These are questions I have for old people. First question, how was there so many musicians in the 80s? Like, it makes sense now that there's so many musicians because of the internet allowing people to be in subcultures. But in the 80s, where everything was done through a big company and basically everyone basically listened to the same things on the radio, how is there like hundreds and thousands of 80s bands that made one song that somehow every old person remembers listening to? Like, how did the companies approve literally everyone who applied to make music for them? And how did stores fit that many vinyls and that many tapes? And how did people have enough time to collectively manage to listen and get nostalgia for hundreds of bands in the 80s all together? Unlike now, where people are segregated in their subculture. It just doesn't make sense how people had enough time for that. Second question. This isn't really a question for old people specifically, but how do consoles have such low sales numbers? Like, supposedly the SNES had only 50 million sales or something, but to me, I feel like everyone in Japan and America had one in the 90s. Statistics for consoles are all so low since it feels like the consoles were way bigger culturally than the sales numbers say. Even the Wii U, I feel like the sales numbers are officially like 5 times lower than the actual number because it feels basically every gaming YouTuber in the 2010s had a Wii U. I don't know. I think all the sales numbers for gaming consoles seem so suspiciously low compared to how relevant and important they are culturally and how many people I know had them. Even the PS2, literally everyone had one, yet somehow it only has 200 million sales when it's not even the US population. Like, I feel the PS2 is actually at 1 billion or 2 billion sales and someone is just lying about the number. There's no way such an important console to gaming history to the entire world didn't even have enough units sold to give every American a copy. Like, someone must be lying about the sales numbers for all these consoles, since they seem way more culturally important to society than the sales numbers make it out to be. Third question. This question, you either know exactly what I'm talking about, or you think I'm talking nonsense with this. Why does it seem every millennial from America or Canada basically went to China in the early 2010s or 2009 or something and learned Chinese? Like, why is there's like so many white people who went to China in like 2011 and taught English and learned Chinese compared to now and in the early 2000s and 90s? Like, why was China so attractive to college-aged white people between like 2009 to 2014 to live and work in? Fourth question. Why the fuck did anyone vote for George Bush? Like, he's basically the Adolf Rizzler or Satan Yahoo of Burgerland, except in many ways even worse than them. Maybe I can understand voting once because no one knew what he would do yet, but 2004 election, there's no excuse. Supposedly he won the 2004 election because some motherfuckers made a meme of his opponent, Howard Dean I think his name is. But like, who the fuck is that stupid to vote for literally one of the most evil people in history just because someone made a meme about his opponent saying, yeah, in a speech? Fifth question. I don't know if I can explain this, but for music, CDs replaced cassette tapes around the same time as iPods being a thing. So like, what was the point of CDs if everyone had some MP3 player besides using the CDs to load the songs on the MP3 player? But like, after putting it in, people just throw the CDs away or something? I don't know, it just seems weird to still have a CD if you already put it on other devices that are smaller. And if the iPod managed to fit so many songs, why didn't people just sell the hard drives directly with the music on it? If that storage format could have so much more than a CD and people could just plug the hard drives into a computer with a USB port or something. Sixth question. This is a question for super duper old people, but like, between the 40s to 60s, tons of French and UK colonies were getting independence. So like, everyone have to update their maps every year for all the new countries. And when it was still a colony, did people in the UK or France or whatever actually think of the colonies as actual part of their countries? Like how people in America think Hawaii is American today, or like how Japanese people think Okinawa is Japanese today. Like, I don't know, it just seems weird for anyone to consider India or Nigeria, let's say, British, just culturally speaking, even if it's technically controlled by the same government. Anyway, thanks for watching. Join my Discord or Matrix. Share if you like this video, and answer my questions if you know the answers to them, I guess.